Hey there, how there, ho there. It's Jeff Cutter Diamond. Welcome you to the Rummys Corner ninth fight card to do with the 50 greatest fights voted by the fans. The female match unfortunately got the one draw in the dice, so that means the opening bout will be a pair of Belgian fighters going after each other. We're at Louisville's Freedom Hall because, you know, the main event, Muhammad Ali wanted to be the big guy and fight out of the red corner. You see the other matches that will be happening on this card at Freedom Hall. So let's fight. So there's some favorites and all that. There's a couple of, I don't know who would win out of that corner. Our first fight is a battle of Belgians. We have junior welterweights Natalie Toro and Daniela Summers. I don't know why I went with an all Belgian matchup, but I did. Michael Pass is your announcer. Daniel Van der Weel, Isabel Belgian, is your referee. Valerie Dorsetto, Agnola, and Carol Castellano, your judges. Christopher Munn, your ringside expert. So these two, the Belgian Toro from Liège, Belgium, 5'5", 134. Career of 20-1. The WIBF lightweight champion. Daniela Summers from 1964. She was deadliest they call her, 5'4", 139 from Brecht, Belgium. 12-3, the women's light welterweight champion in the WIBF and the IWBF. So anyway, Battle of Belgium, here we go. these two fighters are not going down.
The judges' votes are in, and here, ladies and gentlemen, is your winner.
So anyway, now this is a key fight. Scorecards say it'll be Summers who will be Toro 116-113, but we'll see what happens. These two going the distance. So anyway, Dorset says 116-113 for Toro. Toro. Olay. Agnello says 117-112 for Summers. Wow. What was Dorset seeing? And Castellano says 116-113 for Toro. Summers. So Daniela Summers by split decision. Don't know what Dorset saw, but it doesn't matter. Did the fighters have it right? I think so. Yeah, the punching accuracy. What was Dorset seeing? But Toro loses. All right, next fight is Wilfredo Gomez and Lupe Pintor, named number 42 fight by the Rummys Corner people. So the junior featherweight, Gomez fighting the bantamweight, Lupe Pintor. Mark Braylon there. Freedom Hall. Howard Lay, your announcer. Guillermo Perez Pineda, your referee. Marty Dankin, Joel Elizondo, and Harold Lawrence, your judges. Ian Lord, your ringside expert. So anyway, Alfredo Gomez from Puerto Rico. Bazooka, as they call him, from Las Monjas. 5'5", 122. 44 3-1 in his lifetime. Super featherweight champion, a featherweight and super bantamweight champion. And Lupe Pintor from Mexico, Guadalupe, as they call him, from Guatemala, by Mexico City. Not much known about how tall he was or how much weight, but he was 56, 14-2 as a super bantamweight and bantamweight champion. So this will be a great Latino match. Pinter's got some swelling, so he's got to try something here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Pinter's got to be careful if he might be done for. Nope.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Alpha 2. And Wilfredo Gomez from the 10th round sends it flying. So scorecards. It was pretty much not there for Pinter. Wilfredo was doomed to win. And so Pinter tries, he had the punching accuracy, but he got knocked down twice. All right, so it's Max Schmeling, Joe Louis, the rematch. Louis won the first fight with Schmeling. Now it's the rematch. It was actually one of the top 30 by Rummys Corner. And so Kelsagi, the trainer. Jimmy Lennon Jr., the announcer this time. Herbert Earl, the Canadian referee. Roger Tillman, Hector Hernandez, and Joe Pasquale, your judges. Jim Trunsell, your ringside expert. So Max Schmeling, known as the Black Urian, born 1905, died 2005. He was almost 100 years old. From Brandenburg, 6'1", 188 for today's match. 56, 10-4 lifetime. He was the European heavyweight champion, the NBA world heavyweight title holder. And he lost by a split decision in the card 2 weeks ago in Boston. So he wants to come back for it. Joe Louis, the round bomber, born 1914, died 1981. Lafayette, Alabama, lightweight Detroit. 6'2", 204 for today's fight. Lifetime 69-3, the world heavyweight champion and all that. Taking it from Schmeling, personal history, winning the split decision. So let's see what happens this time. One, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. John Lewis has to fight back.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have your decision.
Well, this is close. This would probably be down to the wire. So I'm swallowing my Lewis. It's a good fight. Council says that Lewis may have gotten it in the final 3 rounds, 115, 113. Well, we'll see. We shall see. I think this was a pretty good fight for it being third on the card. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Who won this one, Schmeling or Lewis? I think it's close, down to the wire. Roger Tillman says about 115, 113 for Lewis. Joe Pasquale says 115, 113 for Schmeling. Ooh. What's the third fight going to be? The third vote's for Hernandez, and he scores about 115, 113 for. Is it Lewis? Or is it Schmeling? Schmeling or Lewis? It is! Yeah. The Brown Bomber, again by split decision. Schmeling can't buy a fight. And the funny thing is, the only American judge out of the 3 voted for Schmeling. So, yeah, so the other 2 guys voted for Lewis. So Schmeling can't say, oh, it's American bias, because the American judge voted for him. So Schmeling loses again. Ay, ay, ay. Split decision. On to fight number 4, and it's Mafusan Muhammad against Marvin Johnson, battle of light heavyweight. Saad Muhammad actually fought in this tournament. I think it was last week, wasn't it? Well, he's got Hernandez in DeForest. He's back in shape. Lupe Contreras is your announcer, with Pete Podgorski your referee. Roger Tillman back at the judging thing with Derek Milhan and Sylvain LeBlanc. Tranzo back to being ringside expert. So Battle of Americans, Mafusan Muhammad, Miracle Matthew as they come from Philadelphia, 5'11", 175. Too bad the tournament can't be in Philly, although it will be, the final card will be in Philadelphia because Frazier and Ali are going to have a rematch no matter what. 39, 16, and 3, light heavyweight champion for a while. 2.5 years with that belt, being everyone. Yaki Lopez was supposed to be his opponent, but because he pulled out, it was Luis Lopez. It was Matthew Franklin and Maxwell Loach and all that. He fought last week in Kiev and got TKO'd by Jose Luis Lopez. Whereas Marvin Johnson, Pops as they call him, from Indianapolis, 5'10 and a half, 174. 43 and 6. WBA and WBC light heavyweight champion. So yeah, he was a light heavyweight star. He even went to the Olympics in 72 to bronze. So let's see who wins this one.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay. Well, Marvin Johnson's still in this fight.
One, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh, Marvin's gonna be in trouble. He's gonna hang on.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
This time he's down. Marvin Johnson came after him, and Matthew Simon won it. Last week he lost, this week he wins. It wasn't even close. Marvin Johnson was basically a done deal. I mean, he got knocked down 3 times. He had the punching accuracy, Marvin did, but Musa Muhammad had the punching power, so he knocked him down. It was easy. Second last match, it's Diego Corrales and Jose Luis Castillo, junior welterweight versus junior lightweight. Spider Kelly in Corrales' corner. Billy Jordan, your announcer. Mickey Fan, your referee. Luis Pabon, John Rupert, and Takashi Shimakawa, your judges. Trenzo back as ringside expert. Why? I don't know. Anyways, U.S. Mexico, Corrales. American sadly dying before the age of 30. Can you believe it? This guy had a lot of power from 5'10 and a half, 130. From Sacramento by way of Las Vegas. He was 40-5. He was excellent. Lightweight champion, super featherweight champion. Yeah, he was pretty good. But somehow he died in a car accident, if I remember right. Well, he faces Jose Luis Castillo, a.k.a. El Toribio, from Empalme, Mexico, 5'8", 135. For this fight, 64-11-1, the lightweight champion of the world at one time. So yeah, this is amazing.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh, wow. What happened? What a win for Corrales. What a win. He had a close cut over his right eye, but he still won the match by KO over Castillo. What a fight for Diego Corrales. No nonsense. He had a cut, but you know what? He had a knockdown, and Castillo couldn't get up from it. Our sixth and final fight is the Ali Frazier match. Both these guys have fought in this universe and have won. Well, we could see ties, but someone's got to win. It's Dorky Smith versus Carlos Vargas, the battle of the Cutman. Michael Pass, your announcer. James Jen Kin gets the referee assignment. Larry O'Connell, Patricia Morse, and Carlos Rodriguez Sanchez, I guess, I don't know, senior, will be your judges. Rob Morris, your ringside expert. So anyway, the conditions of these guys are good. Ali 2-0, the greatest as they call him. He has a KO. From Louisville, Kentucky, 6'3", 220 pounds for this fight. 56-5-0. The heavyweight champion all around the federations. 2-0 in this universe. He actually fought November 19th against Joe Foreman in Houston, decisioning him. And then in Kiev against Sonny Liston, he TKO'd him. So he's feeling kind of confident. He does have one more fight next week in Philadelphia. Joe Frazier wants to win in front of his hometown fans. But for now, he'll have to settle for a fight in Louisville, 5'11", 220 for today's bout. 32-4-1. A couple of heavyweight belts. Down goes Frazier, as I like to say it. His only fight was in Canada versus George Foreman, which he TKO'd him in the 11th round. So, anyway, these guys are chomping at the bit. Here we go. This is the main event of the evening. Round 10. Round 11. Frazier's got some swelling. That might be the end of that. The Louisville Grand Truckers. These guys are really punching today. They're tiring.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have your decision.
Fans are booing for those porous Browns. The scorecard says unofficially 117-113 for Ali. Basically, Lewis is dominated in the middle of the fight. We shall see if Ali goes to 3 for 3. Here we go. Larry O'Connell says 119-111 for Ali. Ooh, someone's got a differing opinion. Patricia Moore says 114-114. She says it is a tie. Huh. Well, Carlos Rodriguez got Ali says 116-112 for. It's got Ali. Yep, it's for Ali. I don't know what Morris Jarman was smoking, but Ali crushed it by majority decision. O'Connell made it 119-111. Wow. Wish we could see the judges' scorecards. Can we? Oh, you can say show scorecards. Oh, I did not know that. You could do that. Okay, cool. I learned something today. Wow. What the judges say. Fuck. Well, why didn't I realize that? Well, anyway, Ali beat Frazier. Frazier only outdid him by hooks. But punching accuracy, 17%. Yeah, you think you're going to win a fight with 17% punching accuracy? Well, no knockdowns, but Ali Kachi. So 4 out of the 6 winners came from the red corner, with Toro and Schmeling the losers. But still, we saw 3 KOs, we got 3 decisions, and I finally learned how to look at the scorecards. Fuck. How did I not see that? But anyway, yeah, it doesn't matter. I knew something was fishy. But anyway, that's all I've got for this card. Ali and Frazier will have a rematch in Philadelphia this time. There will be a change, though. Usually the Rummys Corner matches are on Saturday. They will change it to the 23rd instead of the 17th, 24th, because put it on a Friday because of Friday being Christmas Eve and already dealing with the NCAA Super Cup. So, yeah, that's all I got for this fight card. I'm Jeff Diamond. Adieu.